Hey everybody, David here from multitool.org. Today we're going to check out some new multi-tools from a company called Rocktol. They have been on the scene just a short bit and are getting an awful lot of praise from the multi-tool community for being a affordable version of some very popular Leatherman products. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Rocktol keep forgetting these model numbers, guys. The SK02, SK05, and the ST02. These two in particular are their version of the Leatherman Wave, Leatherman Surge. This is more or less a half a wave, a half of a charge, if you will. Some other companies are manufacturing these, such as Nextool. We're also going to take a look at, for comparison, we're going to look at a Nextool that is the same size as the Surge type tool here, and a Swiss Tech tool that's been released late last year that's a lot like the Wave, just so you guys can see a difference in quality. Let's get these guys out of the boxes, and that way you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about here. The boxes themselves are nice, very nice presentation wise, especially the Wave style box. It's definitely something that looks like it could be a something you want to give somebody for a present, like perhaps Christmas or birthdays, whatnot. Very nice presentation box. The inside tray is plastic with the tool and the sheath having its own separate compartments. The thing I found very interesting first about the Wave style tool here is that the sheath for the Wave style tool, this SK02, it reminds me a lot of a Leatherman Wave. Like, if you're going to copy somebody, why not copy them all the way, right? Even so much as the back of the sheath just looks also familiar too. I just found it really funny. As far as the tool in the sheath go, we'll slide these guys over for just a moment. The sheath has a nice snap to it with some stretchy Velcro sides. I've carried this for a few days so far, and it feels just like I'm carrying a Leatherman Wave. I don't really feel any difference, at least sheath-wise. As far as the tool goes, it features the same form factor and features of a Leatherman Wave, having a plain edge blade on this side, a diamond file with a regular file on the other side. And the opposite side, just like a Leatherman Wave, will have a serrated blade and a saw. One of the things I did check was how well the blades lock open, if there's any play. This side didn't have any play. I'm trying to remember which one had play to it. Might be the bigger tool. Yeah, there's actually some play, just some slight up and down play on the serrated. Lockup is not bad. The plain blade definitely locks that better than the serrated, but it's not bad. I want to say this one, I forget which tool it is, but one of them like barely locks up, and it's kind of scary, but it seems stable. The internal components of the Wave clone we have here are a pair of pliers, which are modeled after Leatherman, a really good copy. It's using a Leatherman bit exchanger. They have gone with a double-sided bit with a little ball bearing to help hold it in place. Number 1 Phillips and a 3/16 flat, is what it looks like. All tools lock. On the other side, we have a can opener / bottle opener with a wire stripper on the end of it, a fine eyeglass screwdriver, a full flat / mini pry bar, and a pair of scissors. Scissors feel a lot like the wave scissors, same type of spring mechanism and everything. So far, performance-wise, this tool feels just like carrying a wave with, a few exceptions in terms of quality and maybe some slight changes to the tool set. So far, I'm really impressed with what Rocktol has delivered. This version must have come out before the SK02 because this one features removable wire cutters. But we'll get that to in a moment. This one just has the standard old school Leatherman head with no replaceable wire cutters. What I wanted to use for an illustration, and I could bring in a Leatherman wave, but the Leatherman wave has been around for so long, it kind of speaks for itself. Everybody knows the quality and performance of that. But I wanted to show the Swiss Tech version of the wave. Same thing, locking tools, has all the tools on the outside. The Swiss Tech tool doesn't have a diamond one. It's just a regular file with the teeth on the bottom to file metal, a straight and a crosshatch pattern on the rear. The thing I did not like about the Swiss Tech tool, and it's something that I'm still in the process of testing because I've been a little frustrated with it. The tool itself had a lot of issues with things being too tight, so much that I have even wrapped some paracord on the end of the one hand opening knife blade to try and make things a little bit easier to operate. Tools on the inside, including the scissors, which you'll see are a lot like what's on this tool. These guys are doing a really good job at copying Leatherman and either coming really close or adapting things. Ever since the patent on the Leatherman wave expired, I'm assuming the Surge as well, we have seen a flood of clones all over the place. And it's both a good and a bad thing. Good because it causes Leatherman to work harder at design and continue to push the envelope as to what they can deliver and keep it at a good price point. But it's also good because not everybody can afford, say, a Leatherman wave that costs $110, $120 more if it's imported. As where this guy comes in at $50. This one roughly the same, but we're mainly talking about Rocktol. I'm just trying to, give you guys an idea. Quality-wise, the quality of this is way better than what the Swiss Tech tool is. I've handled some other clones like this before in the past, and so far Rocktol has definitely shown that their quality is better than some of the other stuff out there, like Bribery and some other clones out there. The next one we're going to take a look at is the SK05. This one's kind of neat. It doesn't have the same tray thing that the 02 does, but it comes in this real beefy sheath. The sheath kind of reminds me of the new Leatherman arc sheath that has all kinds of places to store ratchet parts and bits and all kinds of things. The tool itself has a bit kit on the outside, which, like the 02, has double-sided bits. They include an extra set of wire cutters here. Didn't notice that before. I don't know what these little metal shims are for. I'll have to look into that. Don't know what those actually go to, but they look like some sort of a metal shim. So you get the bits on the outside, and this is the exact same size as a Leatherman Surge. Like the Wave, it has outside opening components with more multi-tool parts on the inside. You've got the one hand opening blade, which this is the one I think that had play in it. He has a little bit of up and down rock on it, but not horrible. Not horrible. I would definitely feel okay using that, not having any issues with it. Like the Surge, a really nice large set of scissors. I like having scissors on the outside of a tool. Scissors seem to be a tool that I use most often besides the knife blade, and then screwdrivers and pliers, secondary. So I'll definitely like the ability to just pop out a pair of scissors and get to work, instead of having to completely unfold the tool in order to get to it. On the other side of the 05, we have a serrated knife blade, which locks up just fine, looks like. Must have been the Wave clone that was locking up 100%. But what impressed me the most is the Rocktol 05 has a blade exchanger, just like a regular full-size Leatherman, which is great, because the other one I'm going to show you guys, the Next Tool Captain, just has a regular file here. Doesn't have anything special to go with it. Just looks like a regular Wave style file. The exchanger works just like Leatherman's, where there's a piece on a door that slides out of the way, and you can pop this out and replace it with, I've got some 2 saw blades, like Sawzall type blades. And these actually came with the tool. These came in little plastic sleeves. Hindsight, I probably should have kept them in the sleeve, because it makes it hard to get these in and out of this little side pocket. I'm really impressed by, this is also diamond coated on one side and a regular file on the other, but I'm super impressed by the tolerances of this. It is milled so tight that it is a tight fit. It is a super tight fit. There is no wiggle. I mean, even more so with little gate close. There is no wiggle slight side to side, but no up and down, which is where you need it as you're using the file to cut metal and other things on this end. But I've never seen anybody copy the blade exchanger. That is really nice, really well implemented. The internal components, there are those wire cutters, exactly like what Leatherman is using on the multi-tools that they currently have. They've had replaceable wire cutters now for probably, I don't know, 5 years maybe or so. They went from the standard plier head to this. They don't offer it on all of their multi-tools, like the Bond, the Curl, are still using standard plier heads without these. I'm assuming that all the extra milling and stuff to put in wireless, to put in the wire cutters, must be an extra cost in machining these this particular way in order to have a replaceable cutter. The plier heads are reinforced and shaped exactly like a Leatherman arc, so they're really copying them down to even the plier head shapes. For internal components, and it's nice that I see that there's even they've even put the ruler measurements on the outside, which is a really nice addition. I mean, if you're gonna copy them, copy everything. Features the same bit exchanger that is on the other tool. On this side, you have can opener, 2 different size flat heads, and an awl with a sewing eye. One immediate thing that I happened to notice when I was looking these tools over, which is going to happen when tools of these prices. Like I said, I want to say the other one was $50. This one might be 80 maybe, but I'll have to double check that. It's the level of machining quality. It's nowhere near Leatherman quality. You're going to see, you know, like this channel here where the tools lock up. It's not exactly straight. Everything is kind of wonky at an angle slightly. When looking at the machining of different parts, you could just tell that it's not the same level of finish of something that Leatherman will put out. And not saying Leatherman's perfect by any stretch. They've had their set of QC issues over the last few years, and they've got quite a bit of flack for it. But on the whole, this does a really good job at competing with a Leatherman Surge without having to pay that price point. You know, a lot of people, both American as well as other people around the world, are looking for a tool that meets their needs without breaking the bank. Some people just simply cannot afford to pay a ton of money, even with import taxes and all that other junk. So there's that. It fits nice in the sheet. There's a bit of room in there, and I like the pockets. I don't see why we couldn't fit some sort of a bit extender on that side. Maybe I'll create a little pouch to put these Sawzall blades in, and make it a little bit easier. Nice snap. Both sheaths are very well done. I like them. Really well done. Very impressive. For reference, I was mentioning the next tool, Captain, I believe it's called. As far as quality goes and stuff, this, even though this has, and I'm trying to keep things a little centered here, guys. I'm using a new camera mount, and I'm not used to not being able to see where my center is on the camera, so you guys have to forgive me. I'll learn how to do this a little bit better as time goes on. This does have roomable wire cutters like the Rocktol 05, but the plier head is nowhere near as beefed up as the Rocktol 05. These are spring-loaded pliers. The Rocktol's not. Some people like a spring-loaded plier head. I personally do not, because depending on the manufacturer, the channel inside the plier head where they put the spring mechanism, that extra milling on the inside, whatever, weakens the plier pivot area, and it's a possibility of failure as time goes on. It'll get gritty, it won't open properly, and during some possible torsion of the head, might snap it. I don't think we really need to go over the whole tool set with the next tool. I just want to show you guys just two things. Is some really cool things, because at some point I'm going to do a review of this too. The bits on the next tool Captain are the same as Leatherman, same proprietary bits. Like I've tested it, and the Leatherman bits and bit adapter fits in this beautifully. No problem whatsoever, and it's kind of scary. These tools do not lock, as where on the Rocktol 05 they do. And lastly is that saw I was telling you about. It's just a wave saw, no clever blade exchanger, no nothing. So this did come out a long time before this one. I just think that Rocktol is refining things. They're taking things a little bit closer, in terms of matching what Leatherman's putting out while hitting that price point. As where next tool did it, but it's nowhere near as good a copy as what these are. I'm nowhere near. Last tool we're going to take a look at. Now let me move these guys out of the way real quick. Slide them up here a bit. The Rocktol ST02, which is that half a wave thing. It's got one thing in particular I don't like about it. We'll get to that. On the outside of the tool, we have the same scissors that I want to say are on the Surge clone. That's the SK05. Get to lock here. I like the action. Like I said, I like having a pair of scissors available for outside opening. These work great. Nice little folded over metal piece, so it's comfortable to use even when cutting those fibrous materials. Locks with a liner lock. The other side features a pocket clip, which really would have been a nice addition on the 02, being able to have a removable pocket clip or perhaps even a fixed pocket clip to make this truly like a wave clone. I did check and see if there was an area where perhaps a Leatherman clip could fit, like maybe they copied it to the point that a clip would work from Leatherman, but no, the tool set is so different, even though it's alike, that there's no channel, no nothing, or to put that pocket clip in there. But this is not a bad implementation in it. Features a one-hand opening blade on this side. This doesn't have any rock, but that liner lock is maxed out. If it wasn't for the oversized pivot head on that bolt, it would go over. It's locking, but that's only because it's not by choice. It's engineered just like the Wave. On the Waves, on as far as Leatherman quality is concerned, I'm used to the liner locks hitting dead center, or maybe a little bit off the center, because the machining is just a little bit better. But there's always that over travel stop from that outside of that pin. Like the 02 and the 05, it has a locking mechanism on the outside. The tool set's really cool because it's on opposite ends. We have the bit exchanger on this side, and then on this side, combination of what's on the Wave clone as well as the Surge clone. We've got the very large awl that's featured on this, as well as the large flat driver, the mini driver, and the cane opener with the wire stripper. Only thing, and I wish the driver would lock. It's just a very strong spring. One thing I don't like is the knife is on the wrong side. If I'm drawing it from my pocket, I automatically want to put my thumb on this side to rotate a blade out. So they've did an injustice by putting the blade on this side and the scissors on the other, considering the scissors are not one-hand opening. Kind of a bummer. But overall, I like the quality of the tool. It definitely does a good job so far in testing. One last thing about these tools that just popped in my mind that I wish they would change is the inside cutout of the knife, where the pad of your thumb would get in there and rotate the blade out. It's too smooth. They have chamfered and rolled the edge to make it more comfortable, but I personally like that little bit of a bite of a sharp edge to make sure that my thumb pad gets enough purchase to rotate that blade out. These obviously just don't do that. Well, guys, there you go. There's the ST and SK multi-tools from Rocktol. I'll give you guys a full review after I've tested these out. Let me know what you guys think, and if you guys got any questions or comments, let me know. Thank you.